The way fishing is done today to feed the demand for 90 million tons of fish is primarily through massive fish nets. For every single pound of fish caught, there's up to 5 pounds of untargeted species trapped, such as dolphins, whales, sea turtles, and sharks, known as bykill. If we were to imagine this same sort of practice happening on the African savanna, targeting gazelle, but in the process scooping up every single lion, giraffe, ostrich, and elephant, nobody would stand for it. Yet, this is what is happening in our oceans every single day.
You are the badass vegan.
The badass.
How did you come across a name like that?
Well, I wasn't the best kid growing up, so my mom kind of started that name. And back in the day, I was doing fitness videos, and everybody found out I was vegan. And I had this one guy comment on my video, and he was like, "Bro, you're one badass vegan," and it just stood out, and I was like, I like that. So I didn't start the company then, but I started looking when it was time for me to start my company in 2010. And I was like, you know what, let me search, GoDaddy and see if that website's available. Badass Vegan was available, bought it, and then from there on it just transcended.
It's the great Aussie tradition. They say is mass murder. Fanatical vegans invading restaurants, raiding farms.
Get out of my place.
It's got meat lovers biting back.
He's got a shotgun.
They want us to put this and our steak knives down for good.
Animals are sentient, they feel pain.
Trying to stop animals butchered against their will.
The fight to stop the Aussie barbie becoming an endangered species.
I see it as a form of terrorism.
Who's the real terrorist here?
On 7 Sunday night at 8:30.
I'm already halfway into something called as a food truck, and I'm basically going to be charging and serving barbecue chicken. That was what my concept was about. And now, since I've been through the store and been through what I didn't want to see on the screen, I've seen those things, I really feel sad about the pigs and the chickens that are happening to the animals. And I now really prefer to serve something else rather than getting them slaughtered. And serving that to people, like what you said, was a 5-minute taste. Yeah. You just eat it and it's off.
It's done, yeah.
So it's rather not to have that. Have something that is like you don't have to disturb them for their life.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically what I'm trying to do is now chicken is off, soya is in. So now the barbecue is with soya. So that's what we're going to start with.
No, it's awesome, man. Honestly, it's made my day. Seriously, it really made my day. Thanks so much.
It's what you made mine.
Good. Awesome, man.
Transparencia, una indústria que es lucra del secretisme, que guanya diners a base del secretisme.
Explica't primer com fet, o sigui, l'acció que ha consistit i després ja demanarem què és reivindicat.
Bueno, hem entrat a dintre la granja, a l'entrar ens hem sentat al terra per estar amb els animals, que una...
I want you to imagine there's a big lake in front of me or a pond. What happens if we drop a drop of water into the pond? Makes a ripple. And so I want you to think of yourself as a drop of water, and I want you to think of the world as being this pond. And so every time that you make a decision to help the environment, and that could be buying the vegan sandwich at lunch, what that does is that means that you're dropping it into that pond. And that one impact or that one action may not seem that significant because the pond's full of water. But actually what you do is you cause a ripple, and that ripple gets larger and larger. And then if you talk to more people and influence more people, and all of a sudden your best friend's buying that vegan sandwich, that ripple gets larger and larger and larger. And so that one drop of water may not seem like it has that much impact. Yeah, exactly. But that one drop of water can change the landscape of the pond. And so think of yourself as a drop of water that has the capacity and the ability to change how the world looks, just by making simple choices every single day with the abilities that you have.
Get off my fucking country!
Go fucking through! This is ridiculous!
No, you're hurting animals here. We're here to show the truth, what you're hiding. The only reason you're upset is because you've got something to hide. Everywhere. See, there are dead cows everywhere.
They were shot. Humane.
Yeah. How do you humanely shoot a cow?
This is the truth. But I can't complain because they spend their whole entire life in there. Oh!
So forcibly breeding animals into existence so we can take their life from them and eat their bodies, I don't think this is anything to do with God's wishes. Torture chambers and slaughterhouses, animals being decapitated, body parts sold. I don't know what is sacred about selling the part of an animal who probably struggled for their last breath, who wanted to live. I just don't see the logic there. And yeah, like in there, it smells like a slaughterhouse, like blood and, you know, muscles of animals, bones chopped up.
I mean, there's many things in religion that if we followed to the T, we'd be doing some really crazy things.
These are the tongues of animals. I'm not sure what animals though. Liver, testicles. In the most holy city on earth. Like, if we can't even learn to respect sentient life, how can we learn to respect each other? So apparently this is the grave of Jesus Christ. Okay, so we're in a very religious place here, and they have this piece of chopped up, this looks like a chopped up cow. So they're chopping up, killing animals and selling them to people in such a religious, holy place.
I don't think it's okay to murder a chicken to gain forgiveness. I personally don't think it's okay to use religion to justify killing an innocent animal.
It's interesting they worship all these books and all these pieces of rocks and walls and stuff like that, but we do not show respect to the animals.
I think God is merciful, compassionate, loving.
Yeah, so we're killing God's creation. Selling it. Here we go. Decapitated. Looks like a lamb, been decapitated. People think that God wants this. Birds, chopped up birds. More birds.
Like, since when does killing give you forgiveness? I just think it just increases the evil on earth.